For my final project, I chose a song Without Your Love by Billie Holiday and Lester Young, recorded in 1937. In this presentation, I'll talk about the artist behind the recording, the historical background of the time, the basic musical features of the song, and the elements that also make this performance unique. I'll also give a short step by step listening guide to highlight important moments in the track. Billie Holiday, known as Lady Day, is considered one of the most influential vocalists of the 20th century. What made her stand out wasn't her powerful voice, but her emotional honesty. She shaped each lyric with careful timing and a warm, intimate sound. She had a unique ability to make even simple melodies feel personal and meaningful. Lester Young, known as Prez, was a leading tenor saxophonist who played with the Count Basie Orchestra. He became famous for his smooth, light, and very relaxed tone, which was different from stronger, louder, and saxophone styles of the time. His playing was gentle and melodic, almost like another voice in the room. Holiday and Young shared a rare musical chemistry. They listened closely to each other, and the performances often sounded like a quiet conversation. In this recording, Young's saxophone softly answers Holiday's voice and adds an emotional depth without ever overpowering her. This recording was made in 1937. During the height of the swing era, jazz was extremely popular, and big bands were the main form of entertainment across the country. Even though big bands dominated the charts, small group recordings like this allowed for musicians to express themselves in a more personal and intimate way. At the same time, the United States was recovering from the Great Depression. Music was an escape for many people, and radio records played a major role in everyday life. Racial segregation was still widespread, especially in the entertainment industry. Billie Holiday, as a black woman, faced many barriers, yet she still became one of the most respected artists of her time. All of these factors shape the sound of the recording. Instead of focusing on loud energy, the performance focuses on emotion, simplicity, and the close interaction between musicians. Without Your Love is a swing ballad, meaning it has smooth and gentle swing feel of the era, but at a slower and more relaxed pace. The song is in 4/4 time, with a steady 4 beat pulse that keeps the music calm and controlled. The piece follows a traditional AABA form. The A sections present the main melody. The B section, also called the bridge, brings a contrasting idea, and the final A section brings us back to the familiar theme. This structure gives the song a clear and balanced shape. The song is in key of F major, which contributes to its warm tone. The harmony underneath Billy's voice is simple but supportive, allowing her phrasing and emotion to stand out. One of the most noticeable musical elements is Billie Holiday's phrasing. She often sings slightly behind the beat, which gives the performance a relaxed conversational feeling. Her voice is soft, expressive, and controlled, with subtle touches of vibrato at the end of phrases. Lester Young adds gentle saxophone lines that float around her singing. These lines act almost like a response to her lyrics, creating a call and response effect. His tone is smooth and airy, which blends perfectly with Billy's style. The rhythm section, piano, bass, guitar, and drums keeps a very light swing groove. The bass walks steadily, the guitar plays soft chords, and the drums mostly use brushes or light cymbal playing. Everything is understated, which helps keep the focus of the emotional connection between the voice and the saxophone. As you listen to the song, there are a few key moments to notice. At the beginning of the track, the band sets up a gentle swing feel that creates the atmosphere for the entire piece. Around 15 seconds in, Billie Holiday enters with the main melody. You can hear how softly she delivers the opening lines, shaping each word carefully. Near the 45-second mark, she repeats the melody but changes her timing slightly, showing her ability to reinterpret even musical ideas. At about 1 minute and 10 seconds, the bridge begins. The harmony shifts and the mood becomes more emotional. This section stands out because Billy's voice becomes slightly more intense and expressive. At around 1 minute and 35 seconds, the main melody returns, giving the song a sense of familiarity and closure. The performance ends softly with the band settling into a quiet final chord that matches the overall mood and piece. In conclusion, Without Your Love is a beautifully understated example of 1930s jazz. Billie Holiday emotional singing and Lester Young's smooth saxophone blend together in a way that feels timeless. The musical connection gives the song a warm and intimate atmosphere. This recording also reflects an important moment in jazz history, when musicians were exploring more personal smoke or performance alongside the big band's sound of the swing era. The simplicity, subtlety, and emotional depth of the song are what makes it stand out. Even decades later,